Hello, everybody, and welcome to Racing from Delaware Park. That's right, Delaware Park. I'm Rich Glazier, and we're going to look at Saturday's races. And once again, there was not a drop of rain to be seen on a Saturday at Delaware Park. It's just uncanny that it never rains on Saturday at Delaware Park. Well, I guess I can't officially use the word never, because I can recall 2 times in the last 32 years that it did rain a little bit on Saturday, but that's a pretty good record, I've been doing this show for 32 years, so I can recall the few rainy days we've had. But there was no rain today. However, that turf did not dry up from the other rain from Thursday, so we were off the turf. I know they've moved the rails out 35 feet to temporary rails. So hopefully Monday, when we resume turf racing, it'll be the about distances there. Now, before we get started, I have 2 personal things I want to say. I want to congratulate my grandson Jacob. His Little League team won the championship early this morning. So congratulations to them. And my good friend Joe Green, who's been a little under the weather, hasn't been able to make it out to Delaware Park this year, showed up today. He's the one that gave the name Circles Circles. He would always look over at my form and say, who got the circle? Because I would circle the breeding that I liked on turf races. So certainly a sight for sore eyes to see him back here at Delaware Park, where he belongs on a Saturday. All right, now we'll meet another one of my old friends, Bungie. Oh. I didn't mean to call you old. You clunked me right in the head. But luckily, he did it softly. Bungie, you had no pick for today because they were off the turf. Do you have one for Monday? Could we please hear the name? Here's to Mike. Here's to Mike. So if you know anybody named Mike or your name Mike, there's a good hunch bet for you on Monday's card. There's a lot of prospective circles, he said, in the 3 turf races Monday, but he chose Here's to Mike. All right, we'll see how you do come Monday night. Now, the main track was fast, as I said, no turf racing today, so 8 races all on the fast track, and these were the names that went in the opener. There were 6 of them, as you can see. And the 9-5 favorite was Dancing Cool. And here's John Curran with the call.
And they're off. I'm Thirsty, case dismissed from the outside. The Gray Spring Chicken down toward the inside. Big Mama right alongside of that one. But it's going to be from the far outside. Case dismissed, showing the way. Leads it by about 1.5 lengths. Spring Chicken is right there in second. Now I'm Thirsty back into third, followed by Big Mama. Dancing Cool up on the outside. Foxy Joxy toward the inside. Bunched up behind your leader, which is Case Dismissed, as they pass the half-mile marker. Case Dismissed by a length over Big Mama, and I'm Thirsty rolling up on the outside. Far outside, Dancing Cool. Down toward the inside, Foxy Joxy's tucked in nicely behind Horses, and Spring Chicken now drops back to last as they make their way around the bend. Case Dismissed, Big Mama heads apart. I'm Thirsty, Dancing Cool up on the outside. Foxy Joxy trying to kick it in 5th. Spring Chicken only one out of it as they head for home, with Case Dismissed continuing well on the front end. Opens up 2.5 lengths on the field. Big Mama toward the inside of Dancing Cool, heads apart second and third. On the outside, I'm Thirsty. Looks like we're down to 2. Case Dismissed has to hold off Dancing Cool, who's coming strong on the outside. Here comes Dancing Cool to take on Case Dismissed, and Dancing Cool, Case Dismissed, Dancing Cool, edging away, wins it by a long neck.
And it was the favorite, Dancing Cool, to take it. For it's a sin if you didn't bet on Cintron, Alex Cintron, for Scott Lake and Joe Bessiger. He wins a lot of races as an owner, Mr. Bessiger does. I should also mention that we had the power outages 3 times today before the first race. So we were in the dark once in a while, then it would come back, then it would go off again. And when one of the power outages hit, we lost our signal, sending our signal out to the other tracks in the country. So the handle on the first race suffered severely there because they couldn't even see our races. But these things can happen. Anyway, Dancing Cool wins, and Scott Lake, the trainers, I said yes. 580, 360, 280. Second was Case Dismissed with Angel Arroyo, $383. I'm Thirsty with David Castillo, $360. The Exact at $24.40. The Try $76.80. And the first Super of the day with the 4, $88.40. On we go to race 2. Second race, there were 2 scratches. Crazy Daisy and Bring Me Answers were scratched. The 3 to 5 favorite was Sweetest Yet. And this race is at 1 mile and 70 yards.
We're set. And they're off. Sweetest Yet breaks well. Tidy Stripe on the outside, vying for that early lead. All Good Times racing third, followed by Mother Ginger. And Ridgemont High moves up there 3 wide into that first turn. On the front end, it's Sweetest Yet, your favorite, going to dictate that tempo, it appears. Leads it by about 1 3/4 lengths over Tidy Stripe. Up there now 4 wide. Around that first bend is Ridgemont High. Slipping through on the inside, All Good Times saving ground and quickly is vying for that lead as they race around the turn. On the front end, Sweetest Yet, well reserved in 24 seconds the early quarter. Leads it by about a neck. All Good Times made that run around the bend quickly into contention. Up on the outside, that's Tidy Stripe in third. Then a gap or 2 to Ridgemont High. And Mother Ginger is your trailer, about 4 lengths from front to back as they make their way toward the half-mile marker. Sweetest Yet on the outside, All Good Times on the inside are now matching strides. 2 lengths to Tidy Stripe. Length further back to Ridgemont High, and Mother Ginger continues the trail. Half went in 47 3. They picked up the tempo a bit as they race into the turn. Sweetest Yet on the outside, All Good Times on the inside. Length further back to Tidy Stripe. Ridgemont High going evenly in fourth, and Mother Ginger only still about 4 lengths from front to back with 3/8 to go. All Good Times, Sweetest Yet on the outside are still heads apart. Tidy Stripe's under a drive now, but not cutting that margin. On the inside, Ridgemont High and Mother Ginger as they turn for home. It's All Good Times on the inside. Up on the outside, Sweetest Yet. Then a gap of over 2 lengths to Tidy Stripe trying to rally. Mother Ginger between horses, furlong to go. It's still wide open with All Good Times showing the way. Rallying toward the inside, Ridgemont High is coming fast. On the outside, it's Mother Ginger. All Good Times prevails. Mother Ginger got second with Ridgemont High third.
And it was All Good Times doing it for Raul Mena, for John Rigateri and Stephen Deraney and John Rigateri. 1380, 640, 360. Mother Ginger was second with Pedrosa, 420, 340. Ridgemont High with Cedeno, 540. Exact the 59.20, the Try 209.60, the double 46.80, and there was no superfecta. And that winner was another Delaware certified winner. Congratulations. To the third we go, and you're going to hear me say a word I don't like to say. This race was originally scheduled for the turf, but it was transferred to the main track. There were 4 scratches, the 1, the 4, the 6, and the 7. 3 to 5 favorite, Cocktail Waitress, which was an alternate, but drew in with all the scratches. And the distance stays at 5 furlongs. Here's John.
And they're off. Cocktail Waitress breaks well on the outside, quickly establishes command after only about 50 yards. Opens up 3 lengths on the field. Cocktail Waitress in front. Intractable on the move in second, followed by Southern and Sassy. Passing fast to the inside, and the Chalet Salsita is your trailer as they speed into the turn. Cocktail Waitress leads it now by a head. Intractable pressuring on the inside in second, then a gap of 3 lengths further back to Passing Fast. Another 3.5 lengths make that Southern and Sassy. Passing Fast is drop back, now being passed by a Chalet Salsita. They've got just over a quarter to go, and Cocktail Waitress in front by 2.5 lengths. Intractable back in second. Southern and Sassy racing in third. Up on the outside of Chalet Salsita as they turn for home with Cocktail Waitress to catch. Opens up 4 on the field. Looks like they're battling for second right now. On the outside, Southern and Sassy. On the inside, Intractable. But it's all Cocktail Waitress going to deliver in race number 3. Cocktail Waitress, easy score by about 9 or 10. Southern and Sassy getting second, followed by Intractable over Chalet Salsita.
And indeed it was the favorite, Cocktail Waitress, with Juan Rodriguez for Thomas McMahon. And the owner, Jose Gallegos Hernandez. 340, 240, 210. Southern and Sassy. That was Bungie's pick, but of course it didn't count because it was not on the turf. Adamar Santos, 360, 210. And Intractable with Chappie, 210. The exacted 940, the try $12, the double 47.40, and the pick 3 43.80. And no superfecta. The fourth race on the Saturday card was at 1 mile and 70 yards, and there was only one defection. The 7 Magnificent Morocco was a scratch. And let's see who the favorite was. It was Tough Duff at 7-5. And they're in the gate and ready to go. Mr. Kern, take it away.
And they're off. Train Game breaks well, goes for that lead, has company from Baltimore Billy on the inside, Tough Duff up on the outside. Harlansdale gets away in fourth as they make the way to that turn. Rocky Diplomat saving ground along the rail, moving quickly into contention. On the front end, Baltimore Billy leads it now by about 1.5 lengths over. Train Game settles in the second. Rocky Diplomat moved forwardly around the bend, up on the inside in third. Tough Duff back into fourth, followed by Back to Us gets away in fifth. Entry made Harlansdale up on the outside sixth. Then comes Red Roman and the trailer at the back of the pack, Supreme Appeal, as they reach the backstretch in 23 4. They've got about 5 furlongs to navigate, and on the front end, Baltimore Billy by 2 over Train Game. Then a length further back up on the outside, that's Tough Duff racing forwardly in third. Followed by Back to Us, Harlansdale up on the outside, Rocky Diplomat toward the inside, about 4.5 lengths off the leader. Then a gap of 3 lengths to Red Roman and Supreme Appeal. They've gone the half in 48 2, under a half mile to go. Baltimore Billy showing the way, but has some company now, gives way now to Train Game. Up on the outside, Tough Duff going with that one. Then comes the entry of Back to Us and Harlansdale moving in tandem as they race around the bend. Supreme Appeal begins to move from the back of the pack. 3/8 to go. Tough Duff on the outside, Train Game on the inside. Back to Us is racing third as Harlansdale's fading. Supreme Appeal next in line as they head for home. Looks like 3 with a shot. Tough Duff leads it by 2. On the outside, it's Back to Us, followed by Train Game and Supreme Appeal along the rail, but with a furlong to go, Tough Duff trying to fend off Back to Us, who's coming on the outside once again. On the inside, Tough Duff. On the outside, it's Back to Us. Tough Duff hanging in there gamely. Tough Duff holding on. Tough Duff, and on the outside, surging in the very end. Back to Us may have...
And getting up in the last jump, Back to Us, who was way off form at Parks, liked that change to Delaware Park. And a nice job by You Gotta Be Happy if you bet on Chappie, Ricardo Chappie for Tom Ionati the fourth. And the owner, Glenn Gaddy, 720, 260, 210. Tough Duff just misses with Mania, 240, 220. Supreme Appeal with Acosta, 340, the exact at 2020. The try $64. The 9-1 double 17.40. The pick 3 87.10. The pick 4, 254.90. And the super with the 4, 90.60.
Claims.
Yes, claim person. Sorry to wake you up there. Harlansdale, the 1A, was claimed by Cassandra Nielsen. One claim a day, and we can't get the claim person to pay attention. Oh, it's tough all over. And good help's hard to find these days. All right, on to the 5th we go. 5th race was originally scheduled for the turf. Run on the main track. Scratch the 2, 3, 7, and 9. So just 4 of them left to go. Wait a minute, 5 of them. My mistake. Even money favorite, Chinquapin. Here's John.
And they're off. Chinquapin breaks well, goes right for that lead. Up on the outside, Bannon and King Tide are joint second and third there. Then quickly a gap of about 4 lengths further back to circle away. And Big Z Littler is your trail, already about 9 or 10 lengths off that leader as they make their way around the first turn. Chinquapin leads it by about 2.5 lengths. Bannon racing second, about a 4.5 length gap further back to King Tide. They're well spread out. 7 more to the trailers, circle away, and Big Z Littler. Opening quarter goes in 23 seconds flat. Good solid tempo being set by Chinquapin, who leads it down the backstretch by 2, but Bannon is in a good stalking spot in second. Now it's a big gap of about 5 lengths further back to King Tide. Still about maybe 9 or 10 to the trailers. Jointly at the back of the pack, circle away, and Big Z Littler. As they approach the half-mile marker, it's Chinquapin by 1.25 lengths. Bannon still right there in second. Still out 5 lengths to King Tide. About 8 more lengths to circle away. And Big Z Littler, a half in 46 and 4. As they race into the turn, Chinquapin trying to pull clear of Bannon. Bannon still 2 lengths away. King Tide also within striking distance, gaining some ground on the top 2, racing third. The rest are far back as they move around the bend. Chinquapin leads it. The threat may be coming from King Tide, who circles up on the outside quickly, going after that leader. And King Tide is going to engage Chinquapin for that lead, but the engagement may not last long, as there goes King Tide rolling right on by. Chinquapin back in second, followed by Bannon third, with a furlong to go. King Tide in front, but Chinquapin is coming back. King Tide made that big move there and has now gotten lazy on the front end as Chinquapin resurgent with the rail and regains the lead. King Tide is trying to come back again. Chinquapin and King Tide to the line. Chinquapin, I think, gets the bob over King Tide, followed by Bannon in third.
And another hard-fought battle went to the favorite, Chinquapin. Raul Mena, his second win on the card. This one for Jamie Ness and the Bell Gable Stable LLC. $4 as the even money favorite, 228 to 10. King Tide with Juan Rodriguez, $3, 260. Bannon with Garcia, 240. Exacta 1420. The try 3480. The double 1940. The pick 3 1680. And there was no soup for you in that race. 6th race up next, and this one had a good sized field of 8. The only one scratched was Rhinestone Cowboy. So that left 8 to go. The favorite, there was 2-5 to 2 shots, 2-3 to 1 shots. So it was either the 6 or the 7 went off the actual favorite. Here they go, 5.5 furlongs.
Set. And they're off. Equus Novus breaks well. Double luck also right there. Ben Engelberg down on the inside trying to rush up into contention quickly. Up on the outside, it's Bold Stroke, but Equus Novus leads him down the back stretch. Now Tap It on the side has quickly moved into second with Bold Stroke right alongside in third. Double luck is back in the fourth with Ben Engelberg up on the outside. Lunar Image and the trailers are Lay It On and even further back to Dangerous Notion. They make their way into the turn, and on the front end, it's Equus Novus by 3 parts. Tap It on the side is right there, and Bold Stroke moving up there 3 wide. It's about 4 lengths further back to Lunar Image trying to rally in fourth. Another 4 or 5 lengths further back to Lay It On, followed by Ben Engelberg. Then comes Double Luck and far back to Dangerous Notion. Turning for a home, Equus Nova still clings on to a narrow advantage. Bold Stroke up on the outside, between horses tapping on the side. Lunar Image trying to rally in fourth with a furlong to go. On the inside, Equus Nova's not throwing in the towel. Coming back on the outside, Bold Stroke. Lunar Image is coming full around three with a shot with a furlong to go. Bold Stroke sticks ahead in front. Lunar Image is surging. Bold Stroke, Lunar Image, Bold Stroke holds off Lunar Image, followed by Equus Nova's a close-up third.
And it was Bold Stroke to take that one. Brittany Scampton with a win, and Ricky Hendricks, he's tearing them up. Ricky is 4 wins and 6 starts. And Wendy Hendricks, the owner. $825.40, $3. Lunar Image was Cedeno, $340, $260. Equus Novus with Arroyo, $3. Exacta $28.60. Try $79.20. That double paid $19.20. That pick 3 paid $35.80. And the super with the 5 paid $84.50. On to the lucky 7th race. This one says at the top 7.5 furlongs, but it was transferred to the main track, and we can't run 7.5 on the main track, so it was at 1 mile. Scratch the 1, 4, 7, and 8. That left 4 horses to go, and the odds-on favorite was Maynooth. Here's John with the race 7.
And they're off. J.P. Hellish breaks alertly, goes right for that lead. Dilutum in the second, followed by Scrapple on the outside, and your favorite Maynooth will settle in the fourth, saving ground along the rail as they race into that turn. J.P. Hellish leads it by about 2.5 lengths. Dilutum racing second. Up on the outside, it's Scrapple, and Maynooth biding his time at the back of the pack, only about 4 lengths off that leader as they curl around that clubhouse turn with J.P. Hellish on the front end. Opening quarter goes in 25 and 2 comfortable fractions for the leader, J.P. Hellish, by a length. Moving up on the outside, Scrapple with Dilutum right toward the inside of that one. They're edging closer to that leader as they move down the backstretch. And Maynooth continues the trail, but only 3 lengths away as they move toward the half-mile marker. J.P. Hellish on the inside, Scrapple on the outside are heads apart. Dilutum is right there, a close-up third, and Maynooth still with an easy striking distance, 3 lengths off that leader. After a half and 49 and 2, they race into the turn. J.P. Hellish on the inside, Scrapple on the outside. It's 2 lengths to Dilutum, and Maynooth continues the trail. Not much is changing down the backside as they race into the turn. J.P. Hellish trying to move away from Scrapple, does so by a length and a half. Up on the outside, Dilutum. Now Maynooth looking for room, inside or outside, has to make up his mind, and now gets a perfect inside trail to run through, and Maynooth is going to challenge that leader as they head for home. J.P. Hellish in front by 2. Maynooth rallies toward the inside. Up on the outside, Dilutum with a furlong to go. J.P. Hellish trying to hold on. Maynooth is charging along the rail. Dilutum is fading in third, but with a 16th to go, J.P. Hellish and Raul Mena looking for a hat trick, and he's going to get it. Maynooth has to settle for second, followed by Dilutum third.
J.P. Hellish takes that one for Raul Mania. Big day for Raul, his 3rd win on the card. And nice guy trainer Joe Arbitanza gets a win. Man and Patika Stables LLC. $6, $220 no show. Maynooth with Garcia, 210. The exact, the 880, there was no try. The double, 2040. The pick 3, 2760. The pick 5, 247.50. No superfecta. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the 8th and, I know. These are Arabians, and most of them are first-time starters. Let's see. The 1's a firster. The 1A's a firster. Scratch the 2. 3's not a firster. In fact, has run 11 times. The 4 is a firster. The 5 is run 6 times. And the 6 is a firster. So as you can see, A lot of them making their debuts today. The favorite was Amy's Little Diva at 6-5. Here's John Kern with the Arabian Nightcap.
And they're off. Marzan breaks well. Amy's Little Diva right there in between horses. Up on the outside, there goes RB KINETIC quickly to challenge, and RB KINETIC to the front by a neck. Amy's Little Divas right there in second, and the tail is really wagging on the 4-horse on the inside. They're head-to-head as they speed into the turn, going at it in the first quarter mile. On the outside, RB KINETIC and Amy's Little Diva toward the inside with the tail still swishing. Then a gap of 6 lengths to Marzan going along in third, followed by Cream of the Cream, A Breeze, and Big Eye. Now, RB KINETIC is put away. Amy's Little Diva, at least for the time now, opens up 5 on the field. Amy's Little Diva back in a second. Marzan trying to rally in third. Next in line is Cream of the Cream as they head for home. RB KINETIC and jockey Ricardo Chappie takes a peek over his shoulder, finds no competition. RB KINETIC in command with Marzan racing into that second spot. Then Amy's Little Diva and Cream of the Cream. And Chappie can now let this one just stroll on home. RB KINETIC in total command will gallop to the wire in front by about 7 or 8 lengths. Marzan getting second, followed by Cream of the Cream and Amy's Little Diva.
And a pretty impressive win there by the last horse in the last race. So does that hit all the time. KINETIC, RB KINETIC to be exact. You got to be happy if you bet on Chappie, his second win of the day, Ricardo Chappie. Ernesto Torres, the trainer, Rosebrook Farms, LLC, the owner. And KINETIC paid 2-1, $6, $360, $340. Marsan, the one that's 0 for 11, got a piece of the check today with Rodriguez, $420, $340. Cream of the Cream was third, part of the entry with Betancourt, $260. So the final exact of the day, $34.20. The try, $75.60. The double, $23.40. The pick 3, $28.50. The pick 4, $113.10, and there was no superfecta that race. So that does it for this beautiful Saturday. As I told you early in the show, the power went out 3 times before the first race, so that caused our signal not to go up to the other racetracks around the country. So the handle on the first race suffered from that, and people not being able to see because it was dark in here for a while. That hurt the handle also. But off the turf, of course, doesn't help. So because of that, the handle wasn't great today. Let's take a look at it, though. 5,540,670 was the exact handle. Now, Sunday's a dark day here at Delaware Park, but we have plenty of simulcasting. It's closing day at Santa Anita. The mile and 3/4 San Juan Capistrano on the turf is their headliner. And then Monday, we're right back in action with our live card. Bungie's horse was Here's to Mike. All right, here's to you for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.
Delaware Park. 70 yards to go. The mask is going to be an easy winner. Going into the wire. The mask